Hi, Virgo. Um, so I'm organized all my tarot supplies. So I found a whole bunch of decks that I don't use, and I found a couple I didn't even realize I had that I owned. One was the Hanson Roberts. I'd seen people use it online, and I was very familiar with it, but I didn't realize it was because I actually owned it. You have some pretty great cards, especially in the career work sector up at the top here. So let's jump right in.
Hmm. Okay, now let's see what the universe is revealing to you. There's energy building around Friday that carries weight beyond a typical day. And your awareness of it now gives you advantage most people won't have. Not superstitious fear, not paranoia about disaster, strategic awareness, heightened consciousness around a day that holds potential for significant occurrence, day when multiple forces might converge, when decisions could carry more weight than usual, when encounters could be more meaningful than they appear, when choices could create ripples that extend far beyond Friday itself. And the careful part? That's not about hiding or avoiding. It's about being present, paying attention, trusting your instincts, making conscious choices instead of automatic ones. Showing up with full awareness instead of sleepwalking through significant moments. Being discerning about what you say yes to and what you decline. In the energetic build up toward pivotal days, there's often intensity that sensitive people feel before it arrives: restlessness, anticipation, sense that something is gathering, your system preparing for shift before shift becomes obvious. And if you're feeling that right now, that's information. That's your intuition working properly. That's your awareness giving you heads up. Let me break down what Friday might be holding that requires your conscious attention. In the reality of how time carries different frequencies, some days are energetically neutral and some are charged. Friday appears to be carrying charge, not randomly, because of where you are in your journey, because of choices you've been making, because of energy you've been putting out, because of where multiple timelines might intersect for you. It's highly probable Friday holds potential for significant encounter, meeting someone who becomes important, running into someone from your past unexpectedly, crossing paths with person who carries information or opportunity or connection you need. Not guaranteed, but possibility is strong enough that staying alert matters. Watch for who appears in your Friday, who reaches out, who you bump into, who sits near you, who initiates conversation. Not everyone who shows up is significant, but someone might be. Someone whose presence on that specific day isn't coincidence but convergence. Someone you're meant to connect with for reasons that will reveal themselves. Some pivotal encounters don't announce themselves, obviously. Person seems ordinary initially. Conversation seems casual, but underneath there's thread of destiny being woven, connection being made that will matter more than first interaction suggests. Your job is being present enough to notice when someone feels different, even if you can't articulate why. Or Friday might hold significant decision point, choice you need to make, offer you need to respond to, opportunity that presents requiring yes or no, path that forks requiring you to choose direction. And the choice you make on Friday, it could set trajectory for weeks or months to come. Watch what lands in your Friday, what requests come, what invitations arrive, what options present. Don't make automatic choices. Don't say yes from habit or people pleasing. Don't say no from fear or comfort seeking. Actually consider, actually feel into what serves your highest good. Actually choose consciously. This reflection invites you to consider what decisions or conversations might be approaching that require your full awareness. Let me clarify what be careful specifically means in this context. Careful doesn't mean afraid, doesn't mean withdrawn, doesn't mean avoiding Friday entirely, means conscious, means present, means paying attention to details you might usually miss, means trusting your gut when something feels off, means not overriding your instincts to be polite or accommodate. In the practice of conscious caution, you're not paranoid. You're aware. You notice who's around you. You listen to what people are actually saying underneath their words. You feel into situations before committing. You give yourself permission to change your mind. You honor your no as much as your yes. It's essential you trust your body's signals on Friday. If person makes you uncomfortable, honor that even if you can't explain it logically. If situation feels wrong, extract yourself even if it seems rude. If opportunity triggers anxiety instead of excitement, pause before proceeding. Your intuition communicates through feelings before thoughts. Listen to feelings. Some Fridays require caution around specific themes. Watch your communication. Words you speak carry more weight. Texts you send could be misinterpreted more easily. Conversations could escalate faster than usual. What you say casually could be taken seriously. Silence might be wiser than usual in certain contexts. Others require caution around resources, money decisions, signing contracts, making commitments, lending or borrowing. Financial choices that seem minor could have major implications. If something feels rushed, slow it down. If you're being pressured, resist. If you need more time to think, take it. Still, others require caution around relationships, who you trust, what you reveal, who you let close, boundaries you maintain or fail to maintain, vulnerable information you share or protect, people showing unusual interest, situations that seem too good to be true. Your discernment around human character and intention matters, especially on this day. This reflection invites you to consider, in which area of your life do you most need to be careful? Let me address what something big actually looks like when it arrives. Big doesn't always mean dramatic. Sometimes big is quiet. Subtle shift that seems minor but redirects entire trajectory. Conversation that plants seed that grows into massive change. Decision that appears small but opens pathway to everything that follows. Meeting that feels casual but initiates relationship that becomes central. In the recognition of significance before it proves itself significant, you need heightened awareness. Because if you're not paying attention, you'll miss it. You'll treat Friday like any Friday. You'll sleepwalk through moments that deserve your full presence. You'll make unconscious choices when conscious choosing is what's required. It's probable something on Friday won't look big when it's happening, won't announce itself with fanfare, won't have obvious markers of importance, but your intuition will whisper. Your gut will signal, your attention will be drawn, and if you're aware, you'll notice the whisper, you'll feel the signal, you'll pay attention to what's drawing you. Some big things are confrontations, conflicts that have been building, reaching breaking point, tensions that can't be ignored anymore, erupting, truths that need speaking, finally being voiced, endings that have been delayed, finally arriving. These feel big, uncomfortable, demanding, but necessary. If Friday brings confrontation, handle it consciously. Don't react from wounded place. Don't say things you'll regret. Don't burn bridges unnecessarily. But also don't avoid necessary truth. Don't sacrifice yourself to keep false peace. Don't let conflict avoidance prevent you from addressing what actually needs addressing. Others are opportunities, doors opening, offers extending, possibilities presenting, chances that won't come again if not seized now. These feel exciting, slightly scary, potentially transformative, and they require courage to say yes to. If Friday brings opportunity, evaluate it carefully. Don't let excitement override discernment, but also don't let fear prevent you from stepping into possibility. Balance wisdom and courage. Consider carefully, then choose boldly. This reflection invites you to consider, are you more likely to need caution around threat or around opportunity? Let me speak to what you should actually do on Friday. Start day with centering practice, meditation, prayer, journaling, movement. Whatever grounds you in your body and connects you to your intuition, create foundation of presence before day demands presence from you. In the preparation for significant days, internal state matters enormously. If you enter Friday scattered, you'll miss signals. If you enter reactive, you'll make poor choices. If you enter defended, you'll miss opportunities. Enter grounded, present, open but discerning. It's important you minimize distractions on Friday. Don't overschedule. Don't multitask through important moments. Don't numb with substances or excessive busyness. Create space to actually notice what's happening, to feel what you're feeling, to think clearly when thinking matters. Watch your energy carefully throughout the day. Notice when you feel expansive versus contracted, when situations feel aligned versus misaligned, when people feel safe versus triggering. Your body knows before your mind knows. Trust the body's wisdom, and at end of Friday, review what happened, who appeared, what was said, what choices did you make, what did you notice, what felt significant even if you don't understand why yet. Journal it, create record, because sometimes significance reveals itself later and you'll want to remember the details. This reflection invites you to consider, how can you create conditions on Friday to be maximally present and aware? Let me address what happens if Friday passes without obvious big event. Sometimes the big thing is what doesn't happen. Crisis averted, mistake prevented, wrong choice avoided. Your awareness itself creating different outcome than would have occurred without awareness. The caution served its purpose by keeping you safe from something you'll never know you narrowly avoided. In the reality of prevented disasters, you often don't get confirmation. You don't know what would have happened if you'd made different choice, if you'd gone to place you decided not to go, if you'd trusted person you decided to keep at distance, if you'd said yes to thing you said no to. The alternate timeline doesn't reveal itself. It's essential you don't dismiss your caution as unnecessary just because nothing obviously terrible happened. Your awareness might have prevented the terrible. Your discernment might have redirected you from harm. Your presence might have allowed you to make choices that avoided catastrophe. Absence of disaster doesn't mean warning was false. Might mean warning was heeded. Or sometimes the big thing is subtle and reveals its bigness later. Conversation that seemed minor becomes catalyst for major change weeks later. Person you met casually becomes central relationship months later. Decision that felt small opens pathway that proves massive in retrospect. You won't know Friday's significance until time gives perspective. Watch the weeks following Friday. Notice what develops from seeds planted that day. What connections made then become important now? What choices made then create results now? Friday might be beginning, not complete story, catalyst, not conclusion. This reflection invites you to consider Can you trust your intuition even when you can't immediately verify its accuracy? Let me close by speaking to what this warning actually offers you. This isn't about creating fear, it's about creating consciousness, about inviting you to move through Friday deliberately instead of automatically, about giving you heads up so you can be the most aware, grounded, discerning version of yourself on a day when that might matter more than usual. May you trust your intuition. May you honor your boundaries. May you choose consciously. Friday's coming. Energy is building. Awareness is advantage. Something big on Friday? Potential for significant occurrence exists. You must be careful. Conscious awareness is required. Full presence matters. Discernment is necessary, not fear. Awareness, not paranoia. Consciousness, not avoidance. Deliberate choosing. And your work is to show up Friday grounded, present, paying attention, trusting your gut, making conscious choices, honoring your intuition, being there for whatever unfolds with full awareness instead of sleepwalking through moments that might be more significant than they appear. Trust this. Trust that you're being given this awareness for a reason. Trust that heightened consciousness serves you. Trust that your intuition knows things your mind doesn't know yet. Trust that being careful doesn't mean being afraid. Trust that you can handle whatever Friday holds if you're present for it. Stay grounded, stay aware, stay conscious. Friday approaches, something shifts. Be ready.